Hello, greetings from Moscow, Russia, and welcome to our online streaming session of Master and Bachelor programs of Faculty of Business and Management, HEC University. It's 6 o'clock in Moscow, and we're here in our modern campus of Faculty of Business and Management, located in 19th century historic buildings on Shabalovka Street. My name is Dmitry Knatko, and I'm a Deputy Dean for Admissions and Student Affairs.
Hello, and thanks for joining us today. I'm Anna Griznova. I'm Associate Dean for International. Originally from Siberia, I came to Moscow many years ago to get my master's degree. And since then, I'm in and out of the city that became my second home. Today, I'm very excited to share with you my experience and my passion for the education. I guess the fact that you're here today with us means that you are interested in investing into your education and into your future. And most probably you have tons of questions for us about the university, the school, and the program. We will begin shortly with the presentations, but before that, I would like to know who is listening to us today and who is with us. So please take this opportunity to type your name and the city you're currently in into the chat so that we know who you are, where you are, and know the geography of our audience today. We will provide you with some information about the university. Then we will get to some more specific questions about the business school and the programs. And then we'll get to the very ground information about admissions and applications. We will begin this session with the video that our team prepared for you in advance, and then we'll get to Q&A session. We will take your questions. Please do not hesitate to type into the chat your questions anytime you have them. We will answer them right after the presentations we prepared for you. We expect to conclude the session in about 80-90 minutes. So, without further ado, let's begin and let's dive into the great experience and opportunities we can offer for you here in Moscow.
We see that there are a lot of people from Russia and Moscow actually, but for those of you who are looking at this presentation from further away, moving to Moscow and Russia can be daunting at first glance. And Russia and Moscow have always been off the beaten path. And it's quite a unique place. We know that. It's a place where East met West, both culturally and politically. And Moscow in itself is a very unique and modern city. It offers very great urban living conditions, one of the most advanced in the world transportation infrastructure, a fantastic and vibrant cultural scene that combines the best of the old and the most experimental of the new. And also, the city is great for its approach to invite younger people and to support startups, innovations, and possibilities to generate new information. We at HSE University use all that and we attract the best young professors from all around the world.
And later today, you will meet with some of our professors and with academic directors of our programs, but also with our students and alumni. And the first person whom I'd like to present to you today is Ekaterina Ivanova. Ekaterina is probably one of our most international faculty members. She literally lives in between Russia and Austria. We asked Ekaterina to share with you her thoughts about studying in Russia, about stereotypes about Russia, and her general observation about why it might be valuable to get a degree in Russia.
So, studying in Moscow, why we have to offer you a unique experience? First of all, HSE. Here you have access to best knowledge, expertise, research findings from the leading Russian scientists. So you can take part in the conferences, workshops, seminars, do studies yourself first. Secondly, Moscow has such a rich cultural life. You can go into exhibitions of contemporary art. You can go to theaters. You can enjoy classical music at the conservatory or even the nightlife. Depends on what you like. But it's all here. Outside of Moscow, you can travel. You can just cover St. Petersburg, the Golden Ring, or go somewhere in the south of Russia and see the beauty of Caucasus, for instance. So it's all here, it's near, and that's what you can do. Since I'm also teaching at HSE, I love international classes. I think that's the best experience I have as a teacher, when I have people with different perspectives talking about contemporary issues such as sustainability, in my case, discussing it, learning best examples, finding sustainable innovations in Russia, talking about circular economy, learning from European perspective, from American perspective, Africa, Asia, it's all here, you know? It's a fantastic, enriching environment that you can experience being at HSE, because the unique feature of our university is that we have truly the best environment because of the people who study here, who teach here, and who make it possible for HSE to be such an exciting place. So hopefully we'll see you here too. Finally, talking about Russian culture. There are a lot of stereotypes about Russians. Yeah, bears on the streets. We don't really have them. But it could be cold, that's true. This May, it was because of the Arctic air that was quite cold. But apart from that, you know, Russians are really nice and open people. And if you're here, do try authentic Russian cuisine. Go to restaurants like Lavka Lavka, one of my favorite ones, which tries to restore traditional Russian cuisine. Or, you know, hang out with your friends. Go to their homes. Experience true Russian hospitality. That would be something that you can really enjoy, because hosting people, learning other cultures, that's part of who we are. That's what makes us such an attractive destination to be at, no matter what happens politically. So hopefully see you in Moscow.
Our faculty is one of the biggest units in the university, and there are more than 4,000 students, Russian and international students, that learn here about business, management, digital analytics, and business informatics. And this year, we offer 3 programs that are taught entirely in English, 1 bachelor and 2 master programs.
And today we are very excited to share with you one of the latest news. This year, HSE University announced ambitious plans for creating a world-class graduate school of business. It's going to be a dynamic and agile business incubation hub that will give to the students the best from the worlds of academia and business with an international perspective.
Yes, and for such a unique educational hub, we have a number of very specific features. And these specific features, they include also a very interesting and advanced approach in education that is valuable for our student. The approach that is giving the possibility to the student to learn and get the competences, the practical competences, just from the very beginning, building skills through the approach which is called learning by doing. And what it means basically that what we try to do in addition to fundamental lectures, we try to give the students a chance to dive into real life decision-making situations in different consulting projects, in simulations, in actual research projects with actual companies, and these are largest international companies and startups, the innovative startups that work with us with HSE.
We all live in a very interconnected world. So another feature of a new business school is that its program will be internationally driven. Thanks to our network of leading global business schools, we offer every and each student an opportunity to go for exchanges abroad and to spend a semester abroad, and dual degree options. Another feature is the connection to the business community. Business School is the priority partner of leading Russian and international companies. That allows us to provide our students with the best possible practical experience, with internships and career support services. And last but not least, we've got a team of highly qualified, very enthusiastic and devoted international and Russian professors, doing top-class research and having lots of practical experience that they're able to bring to the classroom.
Well, indeed, and having said all of that about our business school, I think it's high time that we give you a little tour around. And as I told you, we are located in a very specific and historic set of buildings on Shablovka. And I want to ask our colleague, Kirill Stitsenko, director of the Digital Technologies for Education Center, to show you around. So please, Kirill.
Good afternoon, dear applicants. We are at Shablovka campus, where the Faculty of Business and Management is located. Today, I'm going to take you on an online campus tour. Let's go. Now we are in one of the lecture halls of Shablovka campus. This hall is designed for 230 seats. Here we usually hold the faculty's open days. Lectures of visiting professors and our partners also take place here, as do lectures of Faculty of Business and Management. Let's take a look at the library. Let's go. Shablovka campus has 63 classrooms with modern IT and multimedia facilities. These are lecture halls, seminar halls, and computer classes for practical sessions. That is where students acquire knowledge and experience necessary for further work and employment. We We are in studio of video production and webinars of Faculty of Business and Management. This studio has modern video equipment, which enables us to record video lectures, create media content, and hold webinars for you, dear students. Faculty of Business and Management cooperates with more than 250 Russian and international companies, such as Sberbank, Deloitte, L'Oreal, SAP, Oracle, etc. Come and study with us. Welcome to Faculty of Business and Management.
Dear students, dear guests of our, you see this is a tradition of a professor, it's always the students who you talk to. Dear guests of our streaming, it's very nice that you're here and that you're asking questions. Please don't lose the chance to talk with the guests. Later we'll have a Q&A session, as Anna have mentioned, so please type the questions, we'll be reading them and we'll be reacting to them later on in the streaming. Continuing what Anna had said about the importance of partnerships, what we want to mention is that the ecosystem of corporate partnerships and the connection of university to the job opportunities, to the career lanes that the university can offer to its students, it's a very important part of the value that students can get from while studying somewhere.
Especially in the business school.
Yeah, and specifically in the business school, I absolutely agree with you. Our Deputy Dean for Corporate Relations and alumni will tell you some information about what opportunities and what support Faculty of Business and Management gives you.
Hello, my name is Alexander Dinin, and I'm Deputy Dean responsible for Corporate and Alumni Relations. At the Graduate School of Business, we pay priority attention to developing a comprehensive corporate ecosystem, or a network of relationships with leading international and Russian corporations, who regard us as a preferred source of young talent to employ. We construct such interaction between the employer and the student from the very first year of studies, so that you have time and opportunity and necessary career mobility skills and instruments to find a job of your dream and to build a prosperous career. Whichever industry you take, we work closely with only prime employers, such as, for example, McKinsey, PwC or KPMG in management consulting, Microsoft, Oracle or SAP in information technologies, L'Oreal, Coca-Cola and Unilever in fast-moving consumer goods, and many, many others. I just named a few. Hundreds of our alumni who achieved significant success in professional careers, entrepreneurship or public activities will share their secrets of success with you and will help you navigate in today's job market. We're looking forward to welcoming you at our Master in International Management program. Thank you.
Second professor whom we would like you to meet today is Yuri Timofeyev. Yuri Timofeyev will tell us how about graduating from a PhD program in Germany. He got recruited by us on a job fair in Brussels. Yuri will share his experience and tell you about the possibilities offered by Higher School of Economics.
Hello, my name is Yuri Timofeev. I work as an assistant professor at School of Business Administration in Moscow campus of the Higher School of Economics. Today, I will tell you why you may wish to consider our business school as a potential place for your business education. Before we start, let me provide a few details about myself. After receiving my doctoral degree from Frankfurt School of Finance and Management, Germany, I attended a job fair in Brussels. There, I met Professor Nikolai Filinov, the head of School of Business Administration. He invited me to present my research agenda in Moscow. Following this presentation, I got a job offer and decided to join the Higher School of Economics. Since 2018, I have been teaching courses in English for bachelor and master students. In addition, I supervise students' qualification works in the area of my professional interests, which is related to drivers and consequences of unethical behavior in business and management. To begin with, my colleagues and I myself are highly concerned in delivering a top-quality education and professional training in the area of business and management. Who we are, you may ask? Importantly, we are known as a community of educators sharing the following values. First, professionalism. Second, flexibility. Third, innovativeness. When you join any of our programs, you will have a unique opportunity to enjoy the benefits of cooperation. Yes, let me underline this, cooperation. With internationally recognized researchers and invited experienced instructors from the leading Russian and international corporations. In addition, along with mastering compulsory core courses, you will be able to take some elective courses. We are proud that many of them are offered in English as some core courses. Definitely, we aim to train professional managers and successful entrepreneurs. Most of our alumni easily get attractive position in the leading corporation or succeed as entrepreneurs. By the way, we have our own business incubator, which you might be interested to look at. Some of you will be also interested in taking a semester abroad. A piece of good news here is that our university has established partnership with some leading European universities. For example, our students can take a semester at the University of Ghent, Belgium. Last but not least, for international students, our university offers rooms in our dormitories. In the end, I would like to say that some people are afraid of Russia. However, all international students whom I have worked with here told me that they have made a good choice. Thus, we will be pleased to welcome you as our new students in the nearest future. Goodbye.
We are very proud to have such fantastic people as Yuri and Ekaterina in our team. But we're even more proud to have fantastic alumni. Our graduates work all around the world in largest international companies and innovative startups all around the world in the most advanced spheres of digital economy. And what we want to show you now is that the experience the student gets in the university gets a fantastic value on the market. The fantastic framework that we give through the lectures, that unique international mindset is transferred to people who go on the market and have very high value and very high demand. One of the graduates of Faculty of Business and Management, Alexander Nikolaev, will share his perspective why graduates of HEC and Faculty of Business and Management are so valued on the market.
Higher School of Economics provides one of the best business educations in Russia and in CIS. So if you would like to get your Eastern European education, especially business education, the only place to go, of course, is Higher School of Economics. As well, Higher School of Economics provides you a really unique ability to be calm and always have a cold mind at the moment when you have to decide something quickly, or when the situation is really stressful. You still have your peace of mind thanks to Higher School of Economics. you'll be able to understand how the Eastern European customer thinks, what they do, how they choose the product, how they function inside this complex system, how they purchase, what their purchasing behavior. And actually that's going to be a really huge advantage the moment you will go on interviews and the moment you will start working in big multinational companies. Because companies like HR and management afterwards will be able to understand that actually this lady or guy, they understand both spheres. They understand Western and Eastern customers, and they can deliver equally high value for both of those, which is really, really beneficial and a really big advantage comparing to others.
Another graduate of our school is Jean-Serge Sagbo. He's a director of innovations and design in Visa Semilla, and he will tell us about unique business culture in Russia, his student experience, and global graduate community of HEC University.
Russia is a different market in many different ways. Here we see that when it comes to business, we usually gotta deal with different type of stakeholders, different culture of decision making. The same things we actually see in academic space, especially in Higher School of Economics. It happens so that the way we describe that community in university is being very progressive. You usually is not the smartest person in the room, which is a good thing. I believe in terms of, personal development, and you always have people to look up to in front of you. That's great. And I think that diving into that unique atmosphere, just learning from people around you, being a part of that very dynamic community is a big part of what makes that university really, really awesome for the students, especially for international students. Sometimes you talk to someone from Singapore office, like I did at the beginning of this week, and suddenly that person be like, yeah, I studied in your university back in the days. You'd be like, oh my god, literally, what are the odds? And this way, working in Visa, I see that this is a truly global community, and you always have a lot of common topics to discuss as a former Higher School of Economics student. Back in I think it was third year in my bachelor studies, I've been in our building in Shablovska, and I had to go to Semenovska for what was it, mathematical methods or something, and then suddenly I saw that Strategy Partners Group, consulting company, they have some sort of a transport workshop or something. So just on the spot decision, I decided to skip the class and visit the workshop. There I not only visited it passively, but I also participated in solving a business case. I pitched it in front of Strategy Partners employees who were right there, and they invited me after this workshop ended to the interviews. So that's how I ended up as an intern in Strategy Partners, business consulting.
Jean-Serge mentioned importance of student experiences in the university. But when talking about the experiences of studying in the university, it's not only about what's happening within the campus, but also what's happening around it. And one of the very important things that starts in the beginning of your day is how you get in the campus, and at the end of the day, how you get out of there. And due to our very good advantage that the campus of Faculty of Business Management is located in the very center of the city, it's really easy to get there from any part of Moscow. And it's actually only 3 minutes walk from the metro station. Our colleague Alena will guide you just to see around how comfortable and how good it is in the surroundings around the campus.
Hi, my name is Alina, and today I'm going to do the walk tour around the area where your campus of the Faculty of Business and Management of the Higher School of Economics is located. So let's get started. Opposite from me, you can see that there is the metro station. The metro station is called Shabalovskaya, and this is the orange line. And when you exit the metro, you arrive at Shabalovskaya Street. This is one of the most historical and very close to the center streets of Moscow. There is also a lot of interesting and historical buildings in here. For example, one of them, when you exit the metro, you can see that on the right side there is a tower, weirdly shaped tower. So this is called the Shukhov Tower, and it was built in 1922 by the order of the Soviet authorities, and the engineer was Vladimir Shukhov. So basically, the way it was constructed, the one part was assembled inside of the previous one, and that's why this is a hyperboloid shape. When they were designing this project, the proposed height was about 350 meters, and the weight was around 2,200 tons. So eventually, it was decided to reduce the height and weight, and then the project was personally approved by Lenin. And the whole idea was to use it as the radio tower and to broadcast an idea of the new state to the whole world. As you can see, this neighborhood, as of today, is very green, contemporary. There is really nice infrastructure. There are tram tracks that go throughout the city. There are different coffee shops in here, but that wasn't like that in the past. So the history starts from the 17th century, where all of the houses were wooden, and there were around maybe 37 courtyards in total. And by 19th century, these wooden houses were replaced by stone structures, and then by 1930s the residential apartment buildings were built. So another thing that I wanted to tell you is, as you are walking with me, you can see that this is a really easy and nice 3-minute walk from the metro to the campus. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you what it looks like in a very close proximity from Shabalovskaya metro station. So we almost arrived, and this is how your future campus looks like. There are around 9 buildings in total, but don't worry, because it is very easy to navigate inside, and our team will always help you to find your way. So in the past, there also used to be a communal house nearby, and in this house, the idea was so revolutionary to build something that could space 2,000 students together, and that was the project which also had an effect on the contemporary design of buildings and infrastructure in this neighborhood. So it was decided to make 3 blocks. One block was for the sleeping area, the second block was for the washing area, and the third block was some kind of a day block where students had the dining room, they had a library, they had an area where they could study by themselves when they didn't have to go to the lectures. Unfortunately, this building is destroyed, and they were trying to reconstruct it, but it is still one of the places which has an impact on the history of this neighborhood. And we're almost finished. And now I'm going to show you the main entrance of the Higher School of Economics. So this is the front door, and this is the place where you're going to enter in September, and hopefully You're going to have an amazing experience here and find a lot of new friends, and that's where I'm going to stop for now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in September.
And now that we've showed you in and around, let's move to the most important part of our streaming session that will tell you about the programs, the Bachelor and Master programs that we offer you today. And the first Master program that we'll be presenting to you today is actually very going along with the international environment and the spirit that we're trying to share with you today with this streaming session. This is a Master program in international management. Anna, what do you think is the main value that your program gives to prospective students, considering what we've gone through already in 2020?
Well, Dmitry, first of all, I have to tell you that this program is the latest addition to our portfolio of programs, and it reflects the very spirit of the new business school. It's global, and it builds on very strong relations with the leading global business schools. When we designed this program, we hoped that our future graduates will form a league of professionals capable to design and execute strategies for companies working in international markets and driven by global digital economy. But first things first. Let me guide you through the presentation of Master in International Management program. A brief outline. I'm going to show you 7 slides and provide you with some information in these slides. We will start with key facts and features of the program. Well, very basic. It's a 2-year, 120 ECTS credit, full-time, delivered in English, with a study abroad semester, mandatory for all students, and with some scholarships and grants from the university. We designed this program based on the world's best practices in business education. Being a student in this program, you will also have to read the books. A very strong academic foundation is a requirement. But we all know that, especially in business and management education, reading the books is not enough. You have to practice your new skills. And we created a truly collaborative environment for you to practice the skills and to make sure that all the knowledge you get in the program is grounded. You'll have lots of opportunities to develop your personal and professional skills, including 2 essential skills for future business leaders: leadership skills and teamwork. Another feature of the program is the very strong link with the corporate world. Consultancy projects, master classes, corporate internships, and opportunities to engage in extracurricular activities and initiate projects at the business school and university levels are all awaiting for you. Who are our future students and what is our value offer? If you have a bachelor degree or an equivalent from a Russian or foreign university, you are eligible for this program. We do not require any professional experience, but you're expected to show to us that you possess an achievement motivation and you have good communication and leadership skills. Your motivation and your ambition to develop skills and competences essential for a successful international career are very important for us. What's our value proposition? What do we offer? We expect that by the end of the program, you will develop a full and comprehensive understanding of a global business environment and challenges of a digital world. You will develop a general and specialized management skills. You will have a practical experience of working on real-life business projects. You will have an international experience. You will have lots of opportunities to develop your career. And last but not least, networking. You will have a chance to network with our and university alumni, with corporate and academic partners. A few words about curriculum design and structure. On the left side, you'll see a list of core subjects. Nothing new, the most essential stuff in the area of business and management education. On the right side are listed some of the elective courses you will be able to take while at the program. As I already said, this program is based on lots of practice-based activities. And to support this, we develop lots of research, seminars, and opportunities to do projects. Research seminars will be offered in the most topical issues, such as design thinking, organizational development, sustainability aspects in international management. Consultancy projects, there will be 2 in year 1 and year 2. In between of year 1 and 2, you will have an opportunity to take corporate internships with one of our partners. And the program ends with master's thesis. Let me tell you a few words about teaching team. In the program, you'll meet with 3 types of faculty. Core faculty of the business school and university. The core faculty usually have a very extensive academic and corporate international experience, and they'll be happy to convey it to you and to share it with you. You'll meet with visiting international faculty, and you will also meet with business executives who would come and share with you their practical experience. All our professors are committed to quality education, and they are advocates of comprehensive education and eager to help you to develop your personal and managerial skills and get ready for a successful international career. Here I would like to point your attention that the program is delivered in full-time mode. It means that you will not have a chance to combine it with work or other activities. You're expected to invest 100% of your time into this program, and that creates a unique opportunity for you to regularly work and interact with your professors, to receive their support and guidance and feedback, and to network in the professional environment. That leads me to career perspectives. On the right, you see logos of some of the corporate partners of the program. They will be involved into different types of activities. I already mentioned 2 consulting projects that are sponsored by program's corporate partners and that will be delivered in year 1 and 2. There is summer internship for those who are willing to take it. There will be master classes and workshops from C-level guest speakers. There will be lots of opportunities to become teaching and research assistants for HEC and business school professors. And you will also have a chance to participate in university-funded project groups. HEC University is well known in Russia and abroad for its very advanced and innovative approach to education. And this year, we launched a new initiative. From this year, any student of the university can apply for, initiate, get money, and implement a group project. We'll tell you more about it when you become the students. A career development center at the business school will also provide you with lots of expected services, professional networking, career mobility opportunities, career events, master classes, and counseling on career, how to write a resume, and how to get your way into job market. We've got many international academic partners. It wouldn't be possible even to list all of them on one slide. Here on the slide, you see a link to our website. I strongly advise you to go and check it. You'll see all our academic partners, about 100 of them. Here on the slide, I decided to feature just 4 of them, including 2 that offer opportunities for double degree, Lancaster University and ESCP Europe. Last but not least, and maybe the most important question for many of you, admission requirements and dates. Requirements are very straightforward. You have to hold a bachelor degree or an equivalent and be proficient in English. A bachelor degree is essential because master program is a graduate program, so you will have to have some prior education, proven education, before submitting to this program. The admission is based on portfolio review and entrance examination if needed. There are 2 tracks. The international track is ongoing right now. It began in November last year. And within this track, we offer 15 places available for foreign nationals only. The general track, available for both Russian and foreign nationals, will open soon, in 3 weeks, on 22nd of June, and will offer 37 places, including 22 government-sponsored places. Government-sponsored places will be available for Russian nationals only. Let me say a few words about portfolio and its composition. On the left, you see the structure of the portfolio, diploma and transcripts, documents that confirm your individual educational achievements, including recommendation letters, awards, certificates, scholarships, anything you can show to us to prove that you have some extra educational achievements besides your diploma. It would be great if you could confirm your international experience. If you have studied abroad, if you have met exchanges programs, if you did some internships in multinational companies or international companies, that will count as an extra benefit. We also expect you to submit a letter of motivation in English, an essay on a given topic. The topic is in international management, and you're supposed to do the interview with us in English. We usually interview candidates with a team or 3 or 4 professors of HEC University, and its weight is quite heavy. It's 30 scores out of 100. And last but not least, you can get extra 10 scores if you submit your GMAT or GMAT-based test results. Altogether, the maximum score you can get is 100. And for those of you who are interested in financial scholarships and grants, their distribution is based on the score you get as a result of your portfolio review. The higher the score, the bigger is the scholarship or a grant you can apply and receive. Finally, our contacts. This presentation will be uploaded on our website, so you can go to it and check it anytime at your convenience. So, if you share a global aspiration, as we do here at the Business School, and if you have an interest in international career, you are welcome to join this master program. I see that there is lots of questions about the admission and about the portfolio. We will get to these questions a little bit later when we are done with the presentations of other 2 programs. You already met 2 of our professors, but to give you an idea of what you might experience here besides the academic curriculum, I would like to introduce to you a very special person. I think he is the most creative and the most innovative professor. Sergei Filanovich, a leading Russian expert in the areas of leadership, governance, and organizational behavior. And let's look into his very unusual way to teach emotional intelligence. And let's listen to his opinion about a degree in international management.
I'm very glad to greet everybody who expressed interest in our master program in international business. As I have a great international experience, because since 1989, for 17 years, I was a leader of a big program in high school student exchange. And I was an international trustee of the largest organization in the world that is doing the international exchange for high school students. And through that, I visited many countries. Now I have been to 65 countries in my life. And due to this experience, I am absolutely convinced that if you are interested in international business, you must come to study to another country, which is different from the country when you were born or where you are living now. Because staying in your country, you even can't distinguish your own culture. For instance, I remember my cultural shock when I came first time to the United States. It was my first big country that I visited, and coming there, I understood how different is Russian culture from American culture. So if you want to study international business, please come to Russia. And why Russia? There are many countries, and many countries are doing international business. But first of all, Russia is a very interesting country. Its culture is very different from many cultures of Western Europe, from Japan, from the United States. And also, which is very interesting about Russian culture, it is very diverse. Our country is very big. And if you will study here for 2 years, probably you will have an opportunity to travel through our country and you will see how diverse is this country. So Russia provides a great opportunity to travel and to see a great variety of climate, nature, national cultures, and so on. Also, Russian language is not so spread over the world as, for instance, English, but still it is a language that many people speak. And although this program will be run in English, nevertheless, staying for a while in our country, you will probably get the idea about Russian language that you will be able to use in your professional experience for a long period of time, and that will provide you with a very important competitive advantage professionally. So there are a lot of reasons to come to this program, and you are mostly welcome to do that. So we are waiting for you this fall. Major advantage of the, I must say, Russian mindset is its flexibility. We are not that strict and direct as, for instance, Anglo-Saxon way of thinking. So we manage to escape problems and resolve issues in a very difficult situations. And we have an experience living even in the Soviet times and then going through this dramatic change that happened in the 19th at the beginning of the 21st century. So we have this experience how to change ourselves and how to build businesses in this fast changing world. So I think that Russian business to some extent is more flexible than businesses in many other countries. Then I think Russian people are very friendly, and our business is very often built on the personal relations between people. And in some cultures, people consider it as probably a shortcoming, as a problem. But I think that we are at that extent closer to the Asian cultures, where the personal relations and interaction and communication between people are the basis of any business. And so coming here and staying for a while, you will develop this personal competency, how to establish effective relation with people of other culture. And I think this is also a great competitive advantage. Students who come to our programs have that opportunity to take part not only in the seminars or courses which are the part of the curricula of, for instance, this program in international business, but also they can attend and take part in the great variety of interesting events relating to other disciplines and other fields of knowledge. And in this fast-changing world where we are living now, that is very important because it's widening our horizon and it prevents us from the intellectual myopia that you can develop if you go very deep in your personal or in your own subject or discipline and don't pay attention to other ones. That's I like about Higher School of Economics.
I think I'm really happy to have colleagues like Sergei Filanovich and the whole team that we work with is really fantastic and really great. And I think that the presentation that you just saw is very helpful to majority of you. There was a question already in the chat, and we'll address that later on today, about why should we go to the Russian school on the English-speaking programs. But I think that Professor Filanovich have addressed that in many ways, in talking about emotional intelligence and the way how you start that global perspective and global view. We'll talk about that later on. But now I think it's really important that we move on, and our next master program that we want to present you today is Master in Big Data Systems. This program is part of top 50 in the QS World University Rankings, and it's in the field of business analytics. The program is very unique because it's preparing these kind of still rare kind of specialists that are able to assess and use technologies that are using big data to generate profit for the companies. You should understand that it's a very complicated question, because nowadays we're generating petabytes of information. So how you use that information, how you manage with the costs that is generated due to storing and transferring it, yes, and how you get profit from there. It's a complicated issue. And for the specialists that know how to use that are capable of managing these technologies, managing these information technologies, there is a huge demand on the market. And I think that the truth is, it was as relevant before the COVID hurt us, and it will definitely be as relevant and as important for the market in future, because the digital economy is now and digital economy is here. So let's listen.
Yeah. But first, let me jump in for a second into my area, international relations, because I want to highlight that this specific program cooperates with 3 European universities: University of Nassau, University of Münster, and Technicum Vienna. And its students have a chance to get a dual degree in business analytics from one of these universities. The academic director of the program, Vasily Kornilov, will present his program now. And he will be followed by the students of the program and by one of the corporate partners, SAP company. SAP University Alliance's program manager for Russia and CIS region will tell you about unique opportunities that the company offers our students.
Hello, my name is Vasily Kornilov. I welcome you and invite you to join the presentation of the master's program Big Data Systems. If you're thinking about where to go to study to get an interesting, promising, and highly paid profession, then the answer is Master of Business Informatics. And the best way to get this degree is our master's program. Some facts about our program. Duration: 2 years full-time. Language of instruction: only English. Class meet on weekday evenings and on Saturdays. Who are the program's future students? The specifics of the program require some special skills from our future students. We are happy to welcome applicants with a basic education in information technology, management, and economics. Project and practical experience in IT field is also welcome. What do we offer? Our graduates will have a unique set of competencies in data and knowledge management, information system and technology management, as well as good knowledge in business analytics and data science. A few words about the program structure. Our students take advantage of a wide variety of core and elective courses to customize their education. Core courses form the foundations of skills and knowledge in the key areas of data analysis, economics, and mathematical modeling, management, system analysis, and organization design. Core courses are obligatory, and students take the core courses in the first year of study. Elective courses allow students to customize their education to suit their own interests and career goals. Students take a total of 7 elective courses, 4 in the first year of study and 3 in the second year of study. Through elective courses, students build the unique expertise and marketable skills in the areas of their choice. For students who do not have sufficient experience in data analysis and management, the program offers adaptive courses aimed at creating a solid base for further in-depth study of specific courses. The purpose of the research seminars is to develop academic competencies in the field of analysis and evaluation of the impact of new information technologies, including big data and related technologies, on the efficiency and architecture of business. Throughout a 2-year comprehensive course, students gradually learn how to search for, process and analyze data, conduct research for and write academic papers, and present research outcomes. The course also includes thematic guest lectures and master classes from leading specialists of the program's partner companies. The program offers lots of opportunities to interact and network with the leading international and Russian companies, such as SAP, Microsoft, Krog, Force, Lanit, and many others. We offer our students participations in career events, master classes, workshops and seminars with the best employers, counseling students on how to build a career, writing a resume, and job market navigation. About academic mobility. There are double degree cooperation agreements for students of the master's program Big Data Systems between our university and partner universities. These are University of Munster, Germany, University of Passau, Germany, and University of Applied Sciences, Technikum Wien, Austria. Applicants must have a bachelor's degree on its equivalent and hold proof of English proficiency. Applicants are considered for admission based on the application portfolio. The candidates should provide the following documents: letter of motivation describing your reason for applying to our program in the context of your long-term career goals and background, scans of diploma and official academic transcript, proof of the project and practical experience in IT field, resume or CV, including information about your education, professional and research experience, language knowledge, and any other skills. English proficiency test score report. Welcome to the Master's Program Big Data Systems. See you in class.
Hello everyone. My name is Nikita Golsov and I'm a student at Big Data Systems Master Program at Higher School of Economics. As we all can see, the world around us is changing rapidly. Optimization and automation of processes cover more and more new areas of activities. Initially aimed at automating manual physical labor, for example, industrial robots for performing heavy operation on plants, nowadays software can handle more complex and sophisticated tasks, which seems to be intellectual and thus requires human intervention. Every day we observe how technology emerges as a bigger and bigger sphere. Embracing new areas, we can already clearly see its significant role in such cases as to help doctors to identify diseases and make diagnoses, prevent bank card frauds, identify criminals, and so on. Maintaining and processing an enormous number of transactions day after day, the next question arises. How to concisely store all of this data? How to process it efficiently? How to keep it safe? Making a step further, one might also wonder, what are the new horizons to use this data and how to use it for better purposes? Could we better understand people's habits and their behavior? Is it possible to provide more pleasurable and satisfying services? Eliminate exhausting human labor? All of these questions is where big data comes. Each of us has a unique way of thinking, and thanks to that, a proper usage of big data let you answer all of these questions and give you a chance to make your individual solutions become true. Let's move on to the real example. Besides studying, I'm currently a part of Tech's digital solutions team in a Big Four consulting company. When I just started working there, I was really amazed at how digitalized Russian tax authorities are. As you could hear, Russian Federal Tax Service was recognized as one of the most digital in the world. And I think that is well-deserved recognition, because there are a lot of great solutions they did. Countless number of remote services, online cash desk, services for safe business, even the usage of artificial intelligence for automated detection of tax evasion. All this has been built and is working now because there are a lot of data, and what's more important, the authorities are managing to process and extract value from it. Looking at how the situation with information technologies is evolving, some people might be afraid of robots and systems replace humans in many positions. That might cause a number of economic and social problems. But I personally believe that there won't be any great negative consequences, even though we need to be wise and decent building up new solutions. The world already has an urgent need for people who can design information systems, develop and implement software solutions, as well as the people who will test and look after such systems and correct their mistakes. Studying at the Big Data Systems program, I can say that I feel in touch with the most high-end technologies, and I'm sure that my education will help me to feel confident in the world of future.
Greetings from Moscow. My name is Yuri Koprianov, and I'm SAP Universal Alliance's country manager. So basically, I am managing the academic relations of SAP company, which is the leading vendor of corporate software, and which is quite well present on the market in Russia and CIS. In my day-to-day job duties, I do work with the universities, and I do encounter quite a bit the graduates, the students, and of course the faculty members of big data management systems or master programs or high school or economics. What I have to say, this is one of the most industry and like real-life oriented master programs I have a chance to work with. It's a great pleasure that I have a chance to support them in numerous ways, like having our experts deliver workshops and for the students, having the students attending our office for different excursions, getting to know how actually the businesses like SAP work. And I hope we will in the future only intensify our cooperation and have SAP software implemented into the educational process, and having more students joining SAP globally as interns and as future specialists of our companies. I hope you have today a very interesting and very positive experience of learning within this virtual open doors day about the HSE, about the master programs. You will be able to take the proper informed decisions whether to join the program or how you will be partnering with the program. And I hope you do have something interesting and learn something positive for yourself. So stay healthy, stay safe in these days, and hope one day we will see each other in person once you join the program. Greetings from Moscow. Bye.
Big data fuels the most important decisions in marketing. Our next speaker today will be Maria Pavlicheva, Head of Marketing Communication at the school. Maria has a vast executive experience in top international advertising and communication agencies. She'll talk about why choosing a right business school can be a crucial decision in your professional career.
Dear prospective students, my name is Maria Pavlicheva, and I am the head of Marcom at the Faculty of Business and Management and the Future Graduate School of Business at HSE University in Moscow. I suppose that getting a degree from our faculty can be a really great step towards a successful international career. When I was a student, I did a part of my course in a foreign university, and it gave me a completely different perspective. Being exposed to new teaching and seminar methods, deep diving into foreign culture, and being surrounded by a new group of friends opened up my horizons. Later, when I started my professional life and became a member of an international team, I actually realized the value of that experience. It helped me a lot to really thrive and become a successful member and a leader of an international team. Because I already had the experience of being exposed to the diversity of mindsets and opinions. And we all know that diversity actually drives our creativity and helps a lot with our leadership skills. It also develops our emotional intelligence, which is completely vital for any business leader or any business team leader. So good luck with your applications. And we all hope to see you soon at the Faculty of Business and Management and the Graduate School of Business of Higher School of Economics in Moscow.
The next program that we want to offer you today is the Bachelor program. And the advantage of it is that it offers young people a fantastic shortcut to become specialist on the international market just right from the start, because it's a program that offers a parallel or a dual degree program organized by HEC University and University of London. The combination of fundamental disciplines in business informatics and specialized courses in management and digital innovation offers a very unique and very relevant set of skills and knowledge for the professional of the 21st century. The graduates of the program get a degree from HEC in Bachelor of Sciences and Business Informatics, and the Bachelor of Sciences in Management and Digital Innovation in the University of London.
We live in a world of alliances and cooperation, and the greatest advantage of this specific program is the opportunity to benefit from the professors and ecosystems of two great universities. I see that there are some questions about this particular program in our chat, and Sergei Yefremov, the academic director of the Management and Digital Innovation program, will present it now, and in his presentation he will address some of the questions.
Hello, my name is Sergei Yefremov. I'm the academic director of the BSc Management and Digital Innovation, a parallel degree program implemented jointly by the High School of Economics and the University of London under the academic direction of the London School of Economics and Political Science, LSE. In this presentation, I will outline the program's key distinctive features, show its current curriculum and structure. You will also learn about the rich ecosystem of our graduate business schools' corporate partners and how it is helping students and program graduates to pursue a successful career. At the end, I will talk about this year's admission requirements. MDI is a full-time 4-year educational program taught entirely in English. At the end of 4 years of study, our graduates receive 2 independent diplomas, a Russian bachelor's degree in business informatics and a University of London diploma in management and digital innovation. Our program rests on 3 pillars. On the one hand, for the last 15 years, our graduate business school has successfully trained graduates in the field of business informatics, which is a multidisciplinary area of study joining key elements of economics, IT and management. These graduates are among the most sought after and highly paid in Russia and across the globe. Secondly, it is the partnership of our university and the London School of Economics with respect to parallel degree programs. This enabled us to successfully combine 2 very different approaches to education, Russian and British, different study schedules and curricula. And finally, this is the degree of the London School of Economics in Management and Digital Innovation, which provides an insight into the cutting-edge approaches to digital innovation and transformation in business. We think that this combination creates a unique educational product to which there is no direct alternative. We are expecting graduates from Russian and foreign high schools with solid results in mathematics. Candidates are also assumed to have a strong knowledge of the English language, both spoken and written. The new academic year will begin on the 1st of September 2020, and from the very first day, everything related to the study process will be carried out in English. Even though business informatics is a multidisciplinary area, there are no prerequisites in either economics or informatics. Students will attend regular classes on the HEC campus on Shablovka Street, one of the central locations in Moscow. This will be complemented by online access to e-learning materials through a specialized learning management systems. Along with development of general and specialized management skills, students from the very first year will participate in project-oriented work, which will be connected with the adoption of innovative information technologies in companies. Let us consider in more detail the structure of the parallel degree program. The British LSE part consists of 12 complex courses taught from 2nd to 4th year. An external exam is taken for each such discipline at the Certified Examination Center. Students' works are assessed by LSE professors. In addition to this, students undergo training in business informatics with a significant practical component, participate in project work, and at the end of the 4th year, they defend their BSc thesis. The first year of the program is preparatory. It doesn't count towards the University of London degree, and it includes fundamental training in higher mathematics, IT programming, economics, and a number of subjects of the general cycle required for the Russian degree. Students continue to study English language in a large amount so that at the end of their first year, they can earn required scores at the IELTS examination to be admitted to the LSE. The program has a strong and balanced teaching staff, which includes both representatives of the academic and the business community. All teachers undergo annual assessment according to a set of criteria. First of all, experience in their professional field, the results of student assessment of the previous teaching period, and their skills in English. MDI is a program with an obvious applied focus. Starting next year, our third-year students will go through their first corporate internships at our business schools, partner companies. Throughout the educational process, students are invited to participate in a number of projects, of which I would single out an international student project with the Rotterdam University of Applied Sciences in the Netherlands. During 4 months of this project, students participate in the development of simple information systems. They negotiate formalized requirements and present their final solutions. The range of future jobs for our program graduates is a really broad one. The career of our typical graduate starts from such basic professions as business analyst or IT consultant. The subject area of business informatics is favorably distinguished by very rapid career growth. After 3 to 5 years of work, there is a transition to such positions as a system architect, IT or digital project manager. In a perspective of 7 to 10 years after graduation in small and medium-sized companies, professionals can already apply for the positions of technical directors or CDOs. It has to be mentioned that some of our graduates prefer to start their own businesses. The British BSc degree is awarded by the University of London. Currently, the global community of registered students studying at the international programs of UOL accumulates to over 50,000 students in more than 180 countries. LSE, which is one of the UOL colleges, is currently ranked 10th in the world in the field of business and management. It provides academic direction for the program. LSE academics prepare all the learning materials for the courses, including comprehensive study guides, additional electronic resources, and they check examination papers of students. We have 2 separate entry tracks. One is reserved exclusively for applicants who are foreign nationals. They have to pass just 2 entrance exams, mathematics and the English language. Russian citizens are admitted based on the results of the Russian state examination or high school Olympiads. In both of these cases, the initial application process starts online. Our program sets the minimum required scores for each exam. You will not be able to apply for the program unless you pass the threshold in each required subject. The dates you see on the slide are preliminary. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, they may be changed. You can always find the latest information on our website. Thank you for your attention. You can always contact me or the program manager if you have any further questions related to the program content or to the admission process. I hope to see you as our students in September.
Hi everyone, I'm the first year student of Management and Digital Innovation program. And I should say that this program is absolutely new experience of studying. We're doing a lot of practice, like business plans, researches, and computer programming also. I really encourage you to enter this program. Let's build friendly and creative community together.
Having presented 3 programs, all things considered, what we basically are offering to you is a fantastic opportunity to jumpstart your global career in one of the 3 business management areas with a very high demand on the market. And all of our students benefit from great school ecosystem with career guidance, and every program that we talk today offers great options for international mobility and even dual degree possibilities. When making your decisions, the number of reasons, these advantages that I've just talked about, you can definitely put in a list that will qualify and that will make a reason why you should choose our Faculty of Business and Management and HEC University.
The value of your future degree and your employability, your career, are 2 very important considerations. And we here work very hard to make sure that it stays high. But what's also important for the next 2 or 4 years of your life is the experience that you get in addition to your studies. And based on my own experience, I can tell you that that's definitely something that you don't want to miss. Let's look at the real-life experience that our students have during their studies in Moscow. Bright colors, great places, friends and parties, sunny days ahead in Moscow. It's all been an important entourage of student life. But what really matters is what you do for the community and for the people around you. Let me give you just one example. Sangam Kumar Singh is our student studying in the program of Big Data System. He joined the Older Generation Support Center opened at HEC University during the COVID-19 pandemic, and as a volunteer helped seniors to cope with stress, loneliness and anxiety. Another student, Paula, says that she became much more self-aware of sustainability issues with courses she took at HEC University. Let's listen to her.
Hello and lots of greetings from Moscow Red Square. My name is Paula and I'm a student from the Corporate Social Responsibility class from Ekaterina Ivanovna. And I have to say this course was really one of my favorites during my studies, not only because you had lots of fun and I learned a lot, but because it had a really huge impact on my daily life and on my behavior. And I already started to convince other people that they became aware as well and start a sustainable life. And I will definitely continue doing so and telling to my family members and all people who are surrounding me. And my biggest wish is to become a role model, so other people will look at me and they will also try to become aware and start to care about our planet.
Student experience in HEC is not only about studies, but it's also about networking, career events, and student unions and student activities, all of the things that are going outside of the classrooms. And one of our graduates, who we already invited to share his experiences, Alexander Nikolaev, will share his view on the value of those student activities that are present in HEC and in Faculty of Business and Management, and he will also tell you how valuable they are for your future career and for your life.
First, of course, Higher School of Economics is studies, so studies are in the middle, but around it, of course, there is a huge part of student union actually, which provide you various number of activities, starting from the art exhibitions, finishing with scientific events or business events. So you are not only studying from 9 till 4 in the university. No, you live inside the university, because the university provides you kind of family. They get you inside and you become a part of a big HEC family. You and all the events, everything is always open for you. It's always interesting to participate. And of course, if you don't speak Russian, those events are gonna, you can choose events which are conducted in English. So it's gonna be easier to understand and easier to understand the Russian culture. Most of the alumni of Higher School of Economics becoming big managers in international companies in Russia and around the globe, or they go or after graduating from Higher School of Economics, they start a business which grows quite rapidly. So when the people whom we are talking with, whom we are studying with in the HSE, it's always going to be they're always going to be interesting acquaintance. Moreover, later after you graduate, you understand that actually the network you built in the university now is super strong, as you will have acquaintance from different industries, completely different industries, and people managing, being the head of finance, head of marketing, or people who founded the big startups and stay in Russia or move around the globe.
The last few months were very challenging for all of us. Businesses, universities, schools around the world had to go online. We at the Higher School of Economics were always on the digital front end, and the transition to remote learning and teaching was not a big shock for us. We did it in a week, literally, and nothing really stalled. And even more, for some brave and innovative people, the crisis created new possibilities. Let's look at HSE students who came up with a very innovative idea in this period of time. They reconstructed HSE campuses in Minecraft and used this virtual space to organize different events and to meet up with the friends.
However, the truth is that it's even a bigger challenge for all students who come from very far away to study and those who chose an international path. And the challenge that you find when you have to study and you're far away and you're isolated, it's a big question. So how to survive that, how to cope with that, how to go on and stay still focused and live a life, it's a big question.
Not easy.
Two of our students, Roxana Ramirez and Anton Beguer, will share some of their ideas on how to do that and how to survive, adapt and live through the isolation, specifically if you came from very far away.
I have classes from Monday to Thursday in the morning. After that, I have lunch, I rest, I go out for a walk. We have here in the dorm a little garden. Well, it's not so little, it's not so big, but it's really nice if you need some fresh air. After that, I do my homework, I do some exercise, and finally go to sleep. Weekends are where I have the most time to do homework and study. However, these days go really fast, because between I want to do my homework and I want to rest and while I want to watch some movies, they disappear. Due to this emergency situation, we all have to adapt to online learning, and it is a new method that I am getting used to. I put my best effort into learning as much as possible. What I miss most about university are classes. Being with my classmates, talking to them, interacting with teachers, having fun learning. The way I deal with this is by enjoying every second of the class. I try to interact, I try to talk to my classmates as much as possible, with the teachers, everything to not feel bored and just to enjoy the class.
Hey, I'm Anton. I'm a master's student at the HSE faculty for Business Informatics and Management. I'm part of the Big Data Systems program in partnership with University Passau in Germany. And I'm currently writing my master thesis on the topic of community embeddings remotely, but with the HSE. And my study day starts quite well. So I set up a morning routine working remotely. I start with like a short exercise and affirmations, then a short meditation, and then some Russian language learning remotely to get started into my day quickly. I also like to have a coffee in the morning, so that works out quite well, even remotely. And then I organize my studies by working from my laptop at a designated space. So I have like the same space where I work every day. And I think that's a great mechanism for keeping yourself focused and staying on task. If you know, I'm here now, I'm going to work on my master thesis. This is what I'm going to do. And I would say like I online studying might not be easier or more difficult. It's just different. Some things are better, some are worse. So one thing that's good is that if you have lecture videos or something like that, you can always scroll back or forward. Then, of course, you're not there in person. So asking questions could include a delay or something. But I think HSE has set it up quite well. So we have with the one module that I'm still taking, next to writing my master thesis, we have a Microsoft Teams channel, and the professor is very responsive to emails. And as part of this course, we're also doing a Coursera course, which works very well, I think. So I'm very satisfied with studying remotely. And then, so did I come up with any life hacks to spend time productively? So the first one, which I think is extremely important, is the morning routine to get yourself in the mindset of working. Another one is like having weekly to-do lists. So saying this week, I want to have this as part of my master thesis done, and then I'm going to submit that to my supervisor and to other people to give me feedback. So I think you have to have some sense of planning integrated into your schedule, and that will help a lot. So I miss most about university life would be like spending time with my colleagues and other students, like meeting up for coffee, meeting up for just like a chat at a coffee place. I think the social aspect is extremely important when studying, because you can exchange ideas, spend time together. This, of course, is not possible remotely, or at least not to the same extent. But we'll see how it develops further.
For all of you who haven't been to Russia yet, you'll find that one of the most common and interesting features of Russian is an optimism. We are very optimistic people here. And even though they say that we don't smile a lot, but we share a big part of optimistic attitude. And that's why we actually really believe that all of those issues with COVID and isolation, they're not here to stay. And we really hope, we believe that all of that will shift to a normal, or maybe not normal, but a better way of life as we move on. And we, all of our team that is doing that is trying to make the best university, the best business school, will try to input our share in that. Well, let's listen to Carlos. He's one of the students who saw what it means to be an international student and to study and live in Moscow.
In Russia, there is a mysterious university with a name like an automobile, an alcoholic beverage, and 5 universities in other countries. But for me, HSE is the one and only. You wanna know how I came up with it? No, it's not me. Here I am. My name is Carlos, and I've been studying at HSE for 2 years. This place is nothing like I expected, and I'll tell you what I love about it. HSE is much younger than the Sorbonne or Oxford, but it has a lot to offer. Yet, I still was afraid I would meet a bear at any moment, get hit by a troika, or freeze. But nothing of the sort happened. I learned a lot of new things though. I learned that in Russia science does not revolve only around hacking and space. At HSC alone, they teach almost any subject. Whatever you choose at this university, you'll find everything you need to fall in love with science. A wide range of tutorials, fascinating lectures, and online courses. All the necessary equipment and enthusiastic colleagues who are full of energy. I expected that it would be difficult to live with harsh Russians, but it turned out that they are like that only in the metro. In the dorm, I can always find a great group of people to cook pancakes, watch Red Heat, and conduct experiments, scientific and otherwise. I love HSC because it is an awesome university in an awesome city. Moscow is amazing, and even in 2 years, I haven't seen a fraction of its interesting places. Every day the city is full of lights and events. Maybe one day I will finally meet the bear. 30,000 other students and I have discovered here the knowledge that the best employers are ready to fight for. Friends for life and precious memories. I wish you were here.
Okay, so we have reached finally the Q&A sessions, and I'm really happy to see such a big number of questions that you have for us. And so let's start to make it interesting.
Yeah, let's begin with the question that I will address to Sergei Yefremov, academic director of our bachelor program. The questions are about ЕГЭ, about costs,
yes.
about personal achievements. I think Sergei will be able to address them.
Well, good evening, everyone. So thanks for this first question. There are a number of points raised in this question. I'll try in my answer to answer all of them. So firstly, it is about the real points which are needed when entering the program. Now, this being MDI being a fully commercial program, does not really make it the full competition which is normally made for the other Russian programs at HSC. So here it is the minimal scores that we require, which are 60 in the Russian language, in mathematics, and 70 in the English language. So these 3 exams you have to take, and you have to pass this threshold to be able to apply for this program. So the cost for the program might change. It will be mentioned in your contract. It normally does not change more than 4% per year, so it's kind of limited from the top. Regarding personal achievements, again, this being a commercial program, these achievements do not count when you enter the program. So only your Russian state examination results do count. And the last point regarding this military training that you mentioned, again, as all HSC students, you will certainly be able to attend this.
Yeah, and I have one more addition, Sergei, if I may, that there are at least 2 paths that you can choose when entering this program. You have mentioned that in your presentation already, and I'm just trying to pay attention of the students to that, right? So that there are at least 2 paths. You can go through the admission for international students, which is a separate competition. And right now, they are only open for the commercial-based admissions. And there is another competition that is common for everyone, both for people in Russia and for abroad. And there are different conditions. You can read all about that on the webpage of HSC. And just pay attention to that. So there are at least 2 opportunities that you can choose now. There were 3 if you choose for next year, because there are at least the international championships that you can participate and use that. But right now there are 2 paths, yes.
Well, the next question is about our plans for the next academic year and whether we are going to do it online or in class. Yeah. Dmitry, any opinion about it?
Well, to tell you the truth, with the COVID and isolation, we all became the in-house data analytics, and we start our day basically with looking at the graphs of data with the number of people who reported sick and with how many people cured. And the same goes for many decisions in all around the world. People are monitoring the actual state and are acting on that. In terms of business, actually, it's a very important skill to act on data. So to be serious, right now we're hoping, we believe in that the isolation period will pass, and probably in the spring we'll all have the possibility to go offline, to meet face-to-face. And a lot of students actually are now valuing that unique possibility that we have for people sitting next to each other and talking, because that's something that you can still transfer by going digital. So hopefully by September we'll start our classes online. However, the HSE University is ready for all kinds of events, and there were already wide talks in the university in case of different kinds of events. What if some borders with some countries will be still closed? What if something will go not in the way how we expect it to be? So HSE University is ready for that, and it's ready to offer also the online forms. So for us, online, offline, in any kind of way, we'll be able to provide you with the best education that is possible on the market.
But personally, I can't wait to get back on campus and to meet with the colleagues and with the students.
Yeah, this event is actually a very great possibility for us just to be here and just to see the friendly faces of our colleagues. It's a fantastic opportunity, yes.
The next question is about Master in International Management. Unfortunately, I don't know who asked this question, and that's sort of important if it is a foreign national or a Russian national, because for a Russian national, you can either take a GMAT test, official GMAT test online. It's available now online. You have to register and pick up the date and bring us the score. Or if you're a Russian national, you can do a GMAT-based test with us, also online. So two options for Russian.
Yeah, for the main competition, you have the possibility first to go to the GMAT, for example, webpage, right? The one the organization that issues these GMAT certificates, right? And to search for the GMAT online offer that they have now in the COVID, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah.
And also there are dates, if that's the main wave of entry for admissions, there are dates that would be in August when there will be the exam that we do. It will be done online. All of the entry exams of HSE are done online. So yes, you can take that. There are also questions that partially go along with the rest of the questions with regards to the schedule, with regards to the time, right? Last week, the admissions office of HSE University have issued and published online the dates, specific dates for the entry exams. And later on, we'll send you a link here in the WenSpeak platform that you can check out with the specific dates for English exams and the GMAT analog exam that you have to take if you want to enter the Master of International Management course. So these dates are already there, so you have to just check that. So that's concerning the students that are going with the Russian part of the students. So the same competition, the general track, yes. Yeah. For the international students, so it's an additional track, right? There are other dates, they are staying the same, nothing really changed there. And for the Master of International Management program, there is a portfolio consideration, right? So you can send that.
It's the portfolio, and the requirements for the portfolio, for its structure, are published on our website, and we've been talking about it already. And the next question here is, what exactly will the interview include? Interview will be done with the board, with 2 or 3 of our professors, and we will ask you about your motivation, about your achievements, about your aspirations. For us, it's important to see during the interview that you are mature enough to enter this program and that you match our values and that you will be able to bring the extra value to your classmates. Do you have any privilege for the Olympiad winners in terms of admission?
Actually, all the information about the bonuses and the privileges for the winners of different championships, including international championships and the championships, the Russian word, the Olympiads for that. You can also look at that. So just not to be, just to look in detail. So which exactly Olympiad you're passed, which exactly championship you participate, what kind of advantage does it give you? Again, there is a specific link that you should check. You should rely on data and not on words. And we'll send you that link so that you just double check that. And all the information is basically posted on HEC webpage.
But the short answer to this specific question, no. Master of Science in International Management, we don't accept the results of Olympiads. But other programs do.
Yes, exactly. So if they checked the webpage, they would see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And some more questions about Master in International Management. So about the essay, part of the portfolio, the text. Yes, the references page is included in the number of pages. Recommendation letters, if I worked as a TA assistant, yes, working as a TA assistant counts, and you can provide the recommendation from your supervisor.
According to the requirements, the recommendation letters should be printed on an official paper with a stamp.
No.
Yes.
No, yeah.
So we don't need that. We
are flexible. We are flexible, and it will be enough to get some proof that this recommendation letter was actually written by a person.
Yeah, and sent maybe by an email. Yeah, because that's the world that we're living in. Okay, we have another question. I think it's a question to Sergei Efremov. Yes, I hold diploma in commerce, which is not up to bachelor's degree from a university in Ghana. In fact, I need to do 2 years post-diploma to get a bachelor's degree. I would like to apply to the bachelor's program. Do I qualify for this program? Sergei, can you answer that question?
Yeah, well, basically, you need to take this foreign applicant track for that. So from what I saw in this message, you seem to be eligible to enter this program. Now, the best thing I advise you to do is to really make an application online. There are no obligations on top of that, and submit the documents you currently have. So they will be checked by our admission committee, and then they will give you sort of the immediate answer based on formal requirements. From what I can see in your message, you're perfectly eligible to enter our program. The only thing to add to this is that this will still be a 4-year program, so we don't make it like a 2-year. We won't be able to combine into 2 years for you, so you'll still need to pass all these 4 years of our BSc program.
Okay, very good. I think another question is also going to you, Anna.
Yes, it's again about...
I can read it if you want to. How many points will be awarded for the red diploma in non-management major?
Okay, what's important? We do not differentiate between management or non-management majors. You can apply with any diploma, undergraduate diploma. If you didn't have any management or business background, you will have to get some adaptation courses when you are in the program. So we do not differentiate between management, non-management. And yes, of course, if you have a red diploma or a diploma with distinction, of course you will get some extra points when we evaluate your portfolio. And in what language? Russian or English? Recommendation letters, of course, in English.
Okay. Then there is another question. I think that this question goes to Vasily. Exactly, Vasily Kornilov. Vasily, you there? So let me read you the question. If I won the Open Doors Olympiad, can I get a scholarship at HEC? What cloud technology, Azure or Amazon, do you teach the big data program with? Can I work part-time during the 2 years of my program for some of your partners? How much is the cost? And can I study Russian language as part of my chosen program? So can you answer those 5 questions?
Yes. About Olympiads, the all information is in the site of HSE. I think the right way is to see. About cloud technology, I think the right answer is you will get learned with both of these technologies, but not at the highest level. Our course on cloud computing provides basic knowledge and does not give the depth study of any one platform. About part-time working, yes, of course, you can. What else about cost of education? The basic cost of training without any discounts is 400,000 rubles a year. And what else? About Russian language.
Yes.
Of course. During communication with our classmates and as some additional elective courses.
Okay. Okay, there is a little bit vague question, so we'll try to make all possible conditions for it. So what is the deadline for applying for double degree? Well, for the bachelor program, that's basically you enter a double degree program. You graduate, you finish the first year, and then you enter this this track that Sergey told you about today. But about the master program. So Anna, can you start maybe talking about double degree possibilities in your program? So when do the students can apply for that option for dual degree?
Usually by the end of the first semester with us.
Okay.
So that's, well, our students are socialized already, they better understand what to expect and what they want to achieve, well, in the remaining time of the study program, but definitely not before the start of the program.
Okay, Vasily, is it the same for your program?
Yes, it's right.
That's right. Please describe the process of studying abroad as you mentioned in the program agenda. If you get scholarship for studying, what does it cover and what doesn't? Anna, I think it's the question right for you, right? So the possibilities for international mobility.
Yeah, I think it's the question basically for everybody. Well, it's really difficult to describe the experience of studying abroad because it's very vast. I would advise you to go and check on our website the page of the Center for International Mobility. We've got quite a lot of materials, including the feedback from the students who've been there before. Basically, you've got a list of about 100 business schools and university you can choose from, and you name your priorities, and then we work on fitting your requests into the availability. The scholarships vary. We try to offer the scholarships so that they offer at least the basic costs of accommodations. But again, we have to take into account that we offer opportunities to go abroad in different regions, in different countries. The cost of living varies, so it will be our joint work to figure out where you would like to be and what support, including financial support, you will need to do so.
But just a small question from me. When I was a student, myself, master student, there was a connection between how well you studied and what kind of scholarships you could, ask for. So is it the same? So your performance and the possibilities for scholarships?
Well, performance always matters. Performance matters even when we have to decide where to go, because of course the best students will go to the best schools.
Due to competition?
Yeah, due to competition, based on competition, yeah.
Okay. Okay, then moving on, I think the next question is to Sergey, right? Good afternoon, thank you for organizing this event. Thank you. Thank you, Said. I completed my education in the UK. How can I apply to HSE with A-levels? Are there any different deadlines?
Well, again, it depends on the track you're eligible to take. Now, with the A-levels, now, if you were a foreign citizen, now you could certainly take this A-level results and apply as a foreign citizen to this MDI program. And HSE from this year does accept these documents, does accept these results. Now, if you're a Russian citizen, well, from what I know, this won't be possible. So you still have to take sort of the general track. For those of our applicants who did not take this unified Russian state examination, then there is a chance to take the internal HSE exams and then apply for the program, provided you pass the thresholds of in each required subject.
Thank you, Sergey. And I think we should stay with you and also ask you the next question. It's a question that probably people from different background than business informatics can ask. Do I need any programming skills or knowledge of programming languages to apply for bachelor's program HSE and University of London parallel degree program in management and digital innovation? So do you need to?
When somebody asks me about programming, I can talk for about an hour because that's the course which I've been teaching here for more than 7 years. Now, indeed, programming is one of the core subjects we teach in the first year of our program. In particular, it is based around the very popular Python language nowadays, which is then used in the further course on data analysis. But I will emphasize once again, I already told it in my presentation, there are no prerequisites in informatics, including programming.
National management and GMAT exams, but I think we already covered that.
Yeah.
Next question. I have a question about the exclusive use of English as the teaching language. As far as I can see, most professors are Russian and presumably most of it are not native English speakers. So for a native English speaker, the professors will always be to some extent handicapped in their expression by comparison with a UK or US institution of equivalent stature. If I want an English language course, why would I choose HSE over alternative in a native English country? And if I'm Russian with a fluent or native English, why would I choose HSE English taught course over an equivalent course taught in Russian? Well, I think it's a question to basically all of the speakers here today, but if I can start answering that question, we tried to focus the presentation of today and the very kind of materials that we said, the kind of information that we put at you here, that the offer of HSE in these 3 programs, it's not just about the courses, even though they're dealt in the very highest possible level, but it's actually about the jump starting your career to global area. And in this sense, it doesn't really matter where you start your global career if you're a practice-oriented person. For example, you can start your international management career in Abu Dhabi, continue that, say, in Hong Kong, and then move to LA, right? This is a global kind of mindset and global kind of perspective. And Moscow and HSE University, this is a very, international kind of oriented city and international oriented university. And the kind of skills, the kind of knowledge that we give you here today, they are very aimed at that international experience. HSE University is one of the leading universities in the leading university in Russia, and one of the leading universities in international area for example, creating the courses online for Coursera. And we are doing a lot to see that we're not just staying in one part of the world. We're feeling that connectedness of the global world. And in this sense, it's not just about the courses, it's about the overall experience that you get in the university. Now, talking about the professors, the majority of our professors, they have a vast experience in international operations, in international projects, in research, in practice. What you can probably not see through just looking through the list is that each of those professors, they have a vast story of working in all kinds of projects, practical, business-oriented, research-oriented. Also, we have a large number of guest professors that come and also have a very serious part in negotiating and giving high-quality lectures to our students. Anna, can you help me with that?
Yeah, I think in addition to what you just said, I can list 3 other factors that I would consider. Well, first of all, we really bring to the school the best visiting professors from abroad, from the best business schools. And when I say the best, I literally mean the best business schools. Then, in terms of opportunities for exchanges, and doing semesters abroad, again, we very carefully select the partner universities and business schools that are available to our students. Normally, it would take you a big deal of efforts to get into any of these schools, and that's a great chance. And the last factor that I would consider is the student mix. In all of our programs that we are talking about today, you will have a mix of students coming from around the world, and these people, they don't speak any Russian at all, so the environment and the culture that develops around this program is really multicultural.
Yeah, and I think it's also about the students' effort. So what Moscow gives and HSE University gives and our faculty gives, it's a lot of opportunities. And by using those opportunities, you can really help yourself to continue the career in any kind of global company, in any kind of global operations, which I think is really the highest part of the value what we offer here. And I want to ask Vasily, can you help us also with that? With your master program, what kind of additional value does your program offer in terms of international career?
I think our programs is some maybe unique opportunity for students for different countries to communicate, to study in the same language environment. The purpose, I think this purpose, but not in studying language.
And having networking effect. Okay. Yes, Sergey, can you help us also with your program, with the parallel degree program?
Well, I'll maybe just add one point to that. English, certainly in this case, should really be considered as just a means to communicate and to get new knowledge and skills. And it's really about the content of the program, not really about the language that you should really focus on. So in this sense, what Dmitry and other speakers previously mentioned, I think here we aim at providing the highest quality. And in terms of English, well, again, we'll make sure that the teachers that teach our courses do have a solid knowledge of this language, so they're able to communicate with both native English speakers and non-native English speakers.
Understood. I hope that answers the question. And there is another one. Can you tell a little bit more about scholarship that are based on score, maybe values? Mm-hmm. So can you answer that, Anna?
I would address the people interested in scholarships to our website, mm-hmm. because the website provides the most up-to-date information.
Absolutely. I think we can send again the link. So if you actually take a look at all of those questions, you'll see that a lot of them were already answered either in frequently asked questions or in specific sections of the admissions that are accessible. We'll send you a link to help you with that, but really check that out. Yeah.
The basic principle, the higher the score, the bigger is the scholarship. That's how it works.
Yeah, okay.
Is it possible to combine studying with work? At the Big Data program, it's part-time program, I would say yes, and Vasily confirmed it. In Master in International Management, no, because it's a full-time program and it requires your full devotion, your full attention, and it's a huge investment of time and effort, and we expect you to do it into our program. But you will have lots of opportunities to do part-time jobs here with us at the university as research assistants, as teaching assistants to our professors. So there will be lots of opportunities.
Yes, and also about the combining with work, I think there is also a very important part of what Alexander Dinin has said earlier. We had a lot of opportunities for students to have part-time jobs even in the university with our partners, with different projects, so there will be a plethora of possibilities.
And I can take the next question that asks us about the size of the essay and the topic of the interview. So the essay is expected to be 3 pages long, as I already said, and the topic of the interview is general. Should I prepare for speaking on business topics? Yes, because occasionally we might ask your opinion about current business situation, economics, what's going around in the world, and we would like to hear your opinion and to see how you express your opinion.
Okay. What about campuses for accommodation in Moscow? Again, there are a number of campuses, especially prepared for students, for international students, for Russian-based students. There is a list of those places where you can live, and some of those you have seen, these dormitories, yes, exactly, the dormitories, some of those you have seen in the video that we have shown you, and the list of them and the distribution is actually based after you're already enrolled as a student. And the list of those places for accommodation are again available online, and we can send you a link just to see where you can find the possible answer.
Joshua is asking about other master's programs like general in business management and human resources and public administration. We've got lots of other master programs, but unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, if Joshua, you're speaking, are able to speak in English, in Russian, they're all in Russian language.
And actually, there is an opportunity for you. There is a special track if you want to choose that, and if you want to dedicate some time of your life in studying Russian, there is a possibility to join the preparatory faculty
for 1 year.
For 1 year, exactly. And
learn Russian.
Learn Russian, yes, and then to get actually even advantages and bonuses to enter the university and to enter the programs and different kind of master programs. There is a PDF file, the booklet that you can look at, that is available on OneSpeak program exactly about that, so you can open that and read about that. It's actually a very good possibility, specifically for people who want to see actually and enjoy the Moscow and feel that specific and unique cultural aspects of our country. Yeah.
The next question is from Irina, and she is asking about the dates for the exam. I think it's a very easy question for us, because this year, as far as I understand, all exams will take place online.
In August? In August, yes, exactly.
So, Irina, you are free in July to go whenever is your destination and to take this exam from there.
You just have to be very careful with the dates when you have to submit your information, just to register online, and everything, all the kind of interactions that you have to do with the HEC this year, they're done online. So just read carefully what you have to do in admissions to master program, and follow the procedures, register in your personal account, submit the information, don't miss the dates for consultations if you need some, and then make sure that you don't miss the dates of the exam in August. Yes.
What happens if I don't pass the GMAT test? Well, nothing happens. You have a chance to do the GMAT-based exam here with us at HEC University.
Yes, exactly. And again, the dates for this exam is available also online that you can look at. They've been published just a couple of days ago. How many HEC master programs can I apply for? 2. This year, there are possibilities only to apply for 2 programs. This is the limitation that exists now this year.
And do we have quotas for full scholarships?
If we are talking about the international
budget-sponsored places or full.
If we're talking about international track, international possibility for submission, so this is not the general track, but the international track. The main scholarship that existed, or the quotas, they've been used, but now we still have the scholarships that allow you, depending on your results that you got with the admission, to get a discount. The scholarship that goes for some part of the price of the program, up to 50% of the program. So you can look at this. Again, all of the information about that is available online. Okay.
Last question for you, I think.
Yes. Will HEC GMAT will be different from real GMAT, and how? Well, there will be a presentation, the consultation for this online exam closer to the dates of exam. There is a PDF file that describes this GMAT test that HEC will be organizing. Its structure will be similar, and there will be basically the communication part and the part with the math that you have to fill in. So read the PDF file that describes, and wait for the date of the consultation so that you can partake in it. And just as we are doing right now, ask your questions online to the professors who will be dealing with this exam and maybe help you with what kind of, some strategies, some recommendations on what would help to prepare for that. But the main information is in the PDF file that is located on the Master Admissions webpage.
And the major difference, as far as I understand, that our test will be shorter than
exactly. So
GMAT test.
It's only 120 minutes, so it's 2 hours as compared to the GMAT test, which is larger.
3 hours and a half.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, usually.
Okay, actually, these are all of the questions. And I must thank, first of all, my dear colleagues, Anna, Sergey, Vasily, thank you very much for being here. And I also want to pass my warmest thanks to all of the guests of this online streaming. This has been a wonderful evening. I hope that you've enjoyed some of the information and materials that we gave you today from Moscow. It's already 8 o'clock in here, and it started just a little bit getting darker. But still, everything is green and nice, and
time to go for a walk.
Well, not so much. We're still on the isolation period. We hope that you're staying on a healthy side. We hope that you're safe and you're comfortable in your homes, and we're really ready to see you whenever the isolation is over, to welcome you in our campus. We'll be waiting for your questions. Don't hesitate to send us emails, to contact with us with all the possible ways. And if you're Russian-speaking person, you can opt for subscribing for our social networks. We soon will be launching also English-based
even
social
foreign nationals.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're doing a great job providing all possible communication channels to us.
Absolutely.
We've got a great website with a lot of information. Do not hesitate to check or double check it again. And all our contacts are on the website. Please do write to us, ask us questions, get in touch.
Thank you very much. And I hope to see you soon, maybe on September, and whenever we'll be launching new kinds of connection with you. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.